Hi, Dr. Lowe. My name is Kayla King, and I'm here to talk about part 2 of our AAC project. For the project, I was assigned client N, Karyn Emford. Karyn is a friendly 17-year-old student who attends Starbucks High School. She has developmental delays and severe unintelligible speech. Currently, her receptive language skills outperform her expressive language skills. She has mild hearing loss bilaterally, and her medical history is significant for migraine with an aura. She loves doing math puzzles such as Sudoku workbooks, and she also really enjoys helping her parents balance their checkbook. Like I said, she attends Starbucks High School, and during half of the day, she attends regular classes, 9th and 10th grade, algebra, photography, art, and during the other half of the day, she's involved in a job sampling program. It was noted that she's extremely friendly and she loves to socialize with classmates. However, a lot of times they do avoid her because they really have trouble understanding her, so it makes long conversations difficult. For the other half of the day, Karyn is involved in a job sampling program where she learns a new job every 8 weeks. During that time, she has a job coach that kind of helps translate for her and communicate with other people. In the past, she's worked at an animal shelter and an office supply store, but currently she works as a laundry care assistant in a local hospital. She rides the bus daily to school and is currently learning how to independently ride the bus to the community center as well as the library. I decided to create a communication book for Karyn for part 2, the No Tech Communication Aid. This is her communication book. I was somewhat torn on the decision of providing symbols or pictures in the communication book or just putting words because it didn't specifically say her reading ability in the client profile. However, it did say that she had language abilities of a 9-year-old as well as developmental delays. So I did decide to add some pictures because it just gives the book an overall feel of being more friendly to children. Not that she is a 17-year-old, but with the language abilities of a 9-year-old, I thought it was important. So right here, I included the Fitzgerald key, and that is in correlation to her core vocabulary chart, which is right here. I will zoom in, give you a good idea of everything. I decided to laminate the core vocabulary and Velcro it right up here. I did this just because the core vocabulary, it was really important for me to include it to be accessible to each page. So this way, having it here, she's not flip-flopping back and forth between a bunch of pages. And also I felt that being that she's 17 and does travel out to the library and the community center, I thought, this would be a great tool for her to have if she had to communicate via a menu or a bus schedule. She could take this off and hold it next to the menu or the bus schedule. Like I said, the core vocabulary is in correlation to the color codes on the Fitzgerald key, and that's at the front of the communication book. So this goes right here at the top. So the first page I included was the About Me section. As you see, I color-coded and categorized all of the pages right here, and they do have labels. So the first page we're going to discuss is the About Me section. It's right here. I chose to place some specific words and phrases on the About Me page that allows for quick communication and easy access to basic communication. I also typed out an About Me section right here that teachers, doctors, colleagues, classmates can read quickly just to get a quick idea of who Karyn is, some information about her, and as well as this About Me section that allows Karyn to communicate with anybody she chooses to. The next page I added in was a yes/no page labeled here. And I did choose to put symbols in. So I decided this was a good page for Karyn because I thought it could be helpful in many different situations. Whether Karyn is riding the bus and needs to quickly answer the bus driver who's asking her, "Is this your stop?" Yes, no. Or if she's at a restaurant and somebody says, "Oh, are you waiting to be seated?" Yes, no. Quick, easy, effective communication. The next tab section is Important People. And here I included some pictures and symbols of some important people in Karyn's life. The client profile stated that she lives with her grandmother and brother here. And then it also stated that she loves to balance the checkbook with her parents. So I did put them over there. I included the job coach, me, the SLP, the principal, librarian, people that Karyn interacts with on a daily basis. The next page I added an emergency contact page, and this includes phone numbers as well as symbols for can you call, I need to call, I need the doctor. So Karyn could say, can you call grandmother? The next page is a keyboard. I chose to add the keyboard as Karyn's language skills are at the 9-year-old level, and her spelling is probably still developing, or she's still working on tricky words. So I felt that it could be important for her to practice her spelling. I also decided to include it as it stated in the client profile that Karyn does enjoy using a keyboard for communication purposes. And this just folds in and out just to make it more accessible. The next page is numbers. You can see all the numbers here. It was added as she expressed that she loves numbers and math, and I thought that including a number page is important for school classes as well as everyday life, whether she needs to tell the bus driver which stop number she is, or she needs to give a correct answer or her age. This would just be a handy tool. The next section I included is Let's Talk. It did state that Karyn is a social person and enjoys talking to classmates. For example, if she wanted to talk to a friend, she could say, "Good morning, how are you?" Person could say, "Good, how are you?" She could say, "Good, thank you." Next page I included was interests. It stated in the client profile that Karyn enjoys puzzles, using her calculator, reading teen magazines. This way she could tell somebody, you know, I love puzzles. The next page includes important symbols for school. As well as symbols for math. And money. I decided to add the money page as it was noted that Karyn is learning how to independently ride the bus, and with public transportation costing money, it would be important for Karyn to use and understand money, as well as have a way to communicate about it. This page could also be useful if Karyn was dining out. For example, she could say, "Is it $5?" The next page is different food items. These are more dinner items, and these are snack items that she could request or just communicate about. Then I also included a drink page. The next category is transportation. The transportation page was included to make communication easier during transportation, as it was noted that she takes the bus daily and enjoys going to the community center and library. I also added the directions at the bottom. The next three sections are related to Karyn's Jobs Share program. I thought that it was useful to include the past 2 jobs, just so she could talk about it with coworkers or classmates or teachers. And then I also included a page for her current job, which is the laundry care specialist. This first page is in regards to the animal shelter. I added important words such as dog, cat, leash, dog bath. So for example, if Karyn needed to say, "I need to give them a dog bath," she could use this page as well as the core vocabulary. I need to give them a dog bath. This is the laundry care page. A little problem with my printer here, but they were fold sheets and clean clothes. For example, on this page, Karyn could say simple phrases such as, "I fold clothes," if someone was asking what she does or what she normally completed at her job that day. Or if she wanted to say a more complicated sentence such as, "I put the dirty clothes in the washing machine." She could go back and forth between the main page and the core vocabulary to create this sentence. And the last page I included was the office supply store. Important words on this page include paper, printer, and pens. An example of a sentence created using this communication book could be, for example, if a customer asked Karyn where the printer ink was, she could say, "The printer ink is on," and then she would scroll back to the number page number 8. And that's it for my communication book. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed.